Alright, so let me give you the backstory here. So I replaced on my Honda the air conditioning crapped out, and the compressor clutch was not staying engaged all the time. It would detach every once in a while. So I figured, hey, time for a new compressor clutch because these never fail. So I went ahead and ordered a new compressor. There's really no point in replacing just the clutch because I mean the compressor had 270,000 miles on it. And lo and behold, after putting it all in, recharging the system, having the same problem, thought, hey, maybe I should check the relay, which, cardinal rule of troubleshooting, easiest thing first. This should have been the first thing I did. So this is the relay in question. So real quick, let's just review how a relay actually works. So what you've got with a relay is you're going to have a switch, right? And that switch is going to be pulled shut by a coil. And that coil is going to have two contacts coming off of it. And then these are what actually do the pulling, right? So it's an electromagnet and it pulls the switch shut like that. So you'd have your load over here. So up here would be the AC compressor, and here would be most likely a computer input of some sort, right? So when you push that button, it illuminates the little green AC light on the thing, on your dash, which is just a computer signal, by the way. That little green light, in every case I've ever seen, that little green light does not necessarily mean that the AC is actually running. All it means is that the computer has received the signal, basically, and that the light is not burnt out. Okay, so basically the computer's going to energize this coil. It's going to pull this shut, and that's going to engage and disengage this AC compressor. Also feeding into the computer is going to be the coolant or the AC pressure switch. And that's it. So, two things are basically going to control this system. When the AC pressure switch comes up to a certain pressure, it's going to tell the AC clutch, to disengage and allow the AC pressure to slowly drop back off. And I've got the old compressor. We'll tear it apart at some point. But anyway, so that's basically what we're talking about with the relay. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what's going on with this little guy. So for starters, let's see, do continuity. Okay, so there's continuity. Let's check across here for continuity. Okay, so we've got 122 ohms, it looks like. So that is the coil side. So this is most likely going to be the continuity side. So if I go ahead, give that, yep, I can hear it clicking. However, no continuity. So that's interesting. It's still showing open. What if I give this a little more juice? So it's only wanting to pull 0.1 amps. So that's interesting. This thing probably has mechanically failed. Yeah, I mean, it's clicking back and forth, but no contact. Ooh, lunch is done. Be right back. Alright, so to review, what's happening is this is energizing just fine, and I can hear this thing clicking back and forth, but it's not making contact. So this switch is clicking. You can hear it. Now let me get all hooked up again here. And it's pulling about 0.1 amps. That's about what I'd expect. So I'd say that the coil in this thing's actually physically good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and put it in the vise, and I'm going to take a swipe at it on all four sides with the saw and see if I can get the plastic cover to come off. And we'll see if we can see, because this thing's potted down here. I don't know if you can see that. It's epoxy potted. So hopefully I can get this top cover to come off and we can actually see what's going on inside here. I was thinking about it. This isn't quite right. So this AC pressure switch, now that I'm thinking about it, this AC pressure switch usually just intersects one of these lines here. So it's a normally closed switch. When it comes up to a certain pressure, it'll be in the high pressure side. It pops open and causes the compressor to kick off. Some of them might run through the computer, but as I was sitting down having lunch thinking about it, I'm pretty sure that that's how most of them work that I've seen. Anyway, this actually came apart even better than I was expecting. Yeah, came right off. Cool. So what we're gonna do is, well, first thing I'm kind of curious to see. So this is probably a current limiting resistor for the coil. Oop. Yeah, so that's 124. And just to make sure that I'm not missing something, there is no continuity from here to here. There isn't from here to here. There isn't. Whoa. Oh, it's because I just shorted it out. From there to there, from there to there, nothing. From there to there, there to there. Alright. So, what must be happening is... coil's getting nice and warm. So here's what we'll do. We will take a little piece of nichrome wire, or nickel wire, sorry. And we're going to stick it in between there, in betwixt and in between. Let's see, I need a smaller piece. Let's see, I think I've got some narrower stuff. And we'll see if maybe the pads just have some, maybe some corrosion or something on them, and there's like a high point of corrosion that's keeping them from hitting. Something along those lines. So I got to get enough hands here. See it click there? Alright, so we'll stick this on top. Alright, so it caught there. So now we'll check and see. Yep, we're getting continuity now. So now if we pull this out, do we get continuity? Nope. Alright, so I would guess that these pads in here are, something's up with them. They're not making good contact for whatever reason. I bet, you know, what the heck, right? We're getting rid of this thing anyway. Wow, that thing is getting warm. Definitely getting warm. Yeah, getting kind of warm, isn't it? Yeah. Got about 1/10 of an amp running through this tiny little area here. So, not particularly surprising. So I'll go ahead and disconnect it. And let's see, how can I take this apart the rest of the way? Oh, cute! Look at this! Come on. Focus! Look at these two little guys. Those are the solder points for the coil, the two ends of the coil. Wow! How'd you like to have that job all day long? It's probably done by a machine, but wow, check that out. Alright, so I managed to get this part of the way apart here. Come on, focus. Alright, yeah, you can see there's definitely some corrosion happening there. Despite being potted up, still moisture, you know, obviously makes it in here. Now let's see if we can bend up these two contacts. Alright, so here's the two contacts, if I can get it to focus. There we go. So there, that's the top one facing you, that's the bottom one. Now you can see that that top contact is kind of pitted. And every time these open and close, there's a tiny little arc, because there's an appreciable amount of current going through these things. So there's a tiny little arc, and that kind of corrodes away. And there's the bottom pad. It doesn't look that terrible. Yeah, no, it's pretty corroded as well. If you look real close, come on, you can see a little bit of a greenish tint around there as well. The copper's starting to corrode. Yeah. So yeah, definitely the contacts here just weren't making good enough contact. And of course, you know, we stuck that little piece of nickel wire in between there. And, you know, this is just going to bridge the gaps. You know, so if there was a high spot in this corrosion that was stopping them from connecting, this is going to give them a chance to make that contact. So that's all I did there. But interesting. Anyway, I mean, relays don't fail very often, but I guess when they do, just like anything else, it looks like it's, you know, corrosion and, you know, moisture and, well, in this case, you know, electrical corrosion just from the transfer of electrons every time that little guy opens and closes. But, hey, she made it 270,000 miles, so I guess I got my money out of her. Thanks for watching.